I'm overwhelmed. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be going through every single book that's on my physical TBR. There's a lot. I'm like absolutely surrounded by books right now, and not in a way that like I dream about, more so in a way that's like nightmare inducing. It's like my ultimate to-do list that I'm just not getting done, and I don't like it. As I was getting everything off of my shelves, I was like, oh, I'm going to go through and I'm going to organize everything by genre. Everything's going to be super organized because I'm going to have to put all these back on my shelves. I abandoned that real quick. You don't realize how tiring it is to take this amount of books off of your bookshelves until you're doing it. And I swear I almost had like a heat stroke. So there is no rhyme or reason here. We're just going to go through all the books. I might have a couple things to say about some, I might not. We're going to run through these really quickly, but before I get to that, there are a few books that are on my physical TBR that are not in these stacks. It's because they're over on my blind TBR cart. So those are going to stay a mystery. I might, as I'm going through these, remember some of the ones that are on the cart and I might call those out. But just for your reference, there are 19 books that are on my TBR cart that are wrapped up. So we're going to add those to whatever number all of this ends up being, and that'll be my total TBR. You know how this works, so we're just going to get started. I guess the way that makes the most sense is I'm going to start over here on the left and just go like one stack at a time. So, Magic Hour by Kristen Hanna, The Devil Wears Prada by Lauren Weisberger, Summer with My Sisters by Holly Chamberlain, Summer of '69 by Ellen Hildebrand, At First by Nikki Rodman, Last Couple Standing by Nathan Norman, Where We Belong by Emily Giffen, The Return by Nicholas Sparks, Love on the Brain by Allie Hazelwood. These are the only ones that kind of have a genre to them, and it's because pretty much all of these are from Book of the Month. Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis, The Lost Story by Meg Schaefer, Babylonia by Costanza Casati. If I said that name wrong, I'm so sorry. If I say any of these names wrong, I'm so sorry. This Spells Love by Kate Robb, The Wilder Women by Ruth Emmy Lang, Ink Blood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres, The Kiss Curse by The Kiss Curse by Erin Sterling, Sleep Tight by J.H. Markert, Someone Else's Shoes by Jojo Moyes, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. I know. I need to read this book. I read about half of it and then I stopped. I'll do it someday. The Racketeer by John Grisham. I actually got this from my mom like a year ago and I still haven't given it to her, so. This one. Queen of Thieves by B.Z. Marsh. First Time Caller by B.K. Borson. Five Broken Blades by Mai Corland. The Guest List by Lucy Foley. Our Infinite Fates by Laura Stephen. P.S. I Hate You by Lauren Connolly. A Winter in New York by Josie Silver. The Family Game by Catherine Stedman. The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young. The Bombshell by Darrow Farr. Darrow Farr. I don't know if you can see it, but there's like dust flying everywhere. Because I haven't touched a lot of these books in a long time. So they're dusty. Very dusty. I think now since I have a little space on this one, I'm not going to do like full stacks at a time because that was getting to be a bit much. The Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. Wicked by Gregory Maguire. That's a hard name to say. Gregory Maguire. Maybe it's not that bad. The last two books in the Twisted series, I have Twisted Lies and Twisted Hate. Please don't collapse. And then I have these last three in the Magnolia Parks Daisy Hates series. The first Daisy Hates book is actually wrapped up on my blind TBR cart. So plus that one, I have Magnolia Parks Long Way Home, Daisy Hates Great Undoing, and Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. The last two of the Dreamland Billionaires series, it's Terms and Conditions and Final Offer. I actually have all three of the Cruel Prince trilogy. Cruel Prince is also wrapped up over there. So I have Cruel Prince, Queen of Nothing, and The Wicked King. Then I have Fearful by Lauren Roberts. I've read Powerless, Powerful, and Fearless. I haven't read, or no, not Fearless, Reckless. So I haven't read this one and I haven't read Fearless. I don't have Fearless. Hence why it's not here right now. Then I have Legendary and Finale. These are the last two in the Caraval trilogy. All of Crescent City, The 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayless, A Merry Little Meet Cute by Julie Murphy and Sierra Simone. Before I say what this book is, this is a judgment-free zone. Adult Children of Emotionally Immature Parents. Moving on. Okay, and then I have a few by Chuck Palahniuk. Adjustment Day, Survivor, Invisible Monsters, and Choke. I got all of these books, God, I don't even know. It was even before I got back into reading that I bought all of these books. Haven't touched them. If any of y'all have ever read these books, please let me know if I should give them the time of day. Alchemized by Senlin Yu. I think I said this last time. I don't know if this one really counts, but like I'm counting it because I love Friends. The one about their best one-liners, The Little Guide to Friends. It counts. Volumes 1, 2, and 3 of One Piece. I've been really wanting to get into manga. I dipped my toes into watching anime in the last like year or so, and I really liked it. I watched Naruto. I can't remember which one it was, but it was the one when they were younger, and I really enjoyed it. So I think that I want to dip my toes into the anime version of reading manga. So if y'all have any recommendations, let me know. Ready or Not by Cara Bastone, Colleen Hoover, November 9, Layla, Confess, and Reminders of Him. I actually started Reminders of Him over the summer, I think, and I didn't really get very far in. That was in like the prime of my reading slump, so I was like, maybe picking up a Colleen Hoover will help me get out of the reading slump. Nope. The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore. I'm getting these even more like out of genre, but I don't care. Lee Howard and the Ghosts of Simmons Pierce Manor by Sean M. Warner. The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. The O.C. by D.P. Lyle. Betting on You by Lynn Painter. Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. Love Unwritten by Lauren Asher. The Atlas Six by Olive E. Blake. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett. Forging Silver into Stars by Bridget Kemmerer. Yeah. The entire Twilight series. Twilight is wrapped up. Blind TBR. All of them except for Midnight Sun. I just have what is out as movies. Of course, by Miss Stephanie Meyer. I have this series, I think it's called the Pretty Series by Scott Westerfeld. I think I've had these since like middle school. I don't know if you can see it, but the amount of dust that came off of these, I think that might be a sign that I need to unhaul these. Unless anyone feels really strongly about this series and thinks that I should read them, these might be unhauled very, very soon. Between Wrath and Mercy by Jess Weiskup. I got this as a blind date with a book off of a shop on TikTok Shop, and it's just one of the most beautiful books that I've ever seen. And like the artwork, I've literally never ever heard of this book, so if anyone has read this, I would love to know your thoughts. Hooked by Emily McIntyre. Bride by Allie Hazelwood. Oh my god. The dog hair is nuts. Priest by Sierra Simone. Haunting Adeline by H.D. Carlton. Shockingly. The Awakening by Kate Chopin. Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. The Truths We Hold by Kamala Harris. A Man Called Ove, or Ove, I've heard it both ways, by Frederick Bachman. Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Yanagihara. I'm so sorry. A Little Life. Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger. Where the Crawdads Sing by Delia Owens. Secret History by Donna Tartt. Ender's Game and Ender's Shadow by Orson Scott Card. Dance of Thieves and Vow of Thieves by Mary E. Pearson. Dead Girls Can't Tell Secrets by Chelsea Icasso, something like that. Hollow by Selena Myers. Alexander Hamilton by Ron Chernow. This is also probably going to get unhauled very soon. I don't know I don't know why. So those are all of the physical TBR that I have that are not wrapped up on my blind TBR cart. Those are just gonna have to stay a mystery. Hold on, I need water. My throat's getting dry from all the dust. Okay, let's count. Hold on, already lost count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, so I have 103 right here, and then I have 19 on the cart, so total is 122, which I think is less than the last time that I did this about a year ago. I'm kind of interested to see how many I had last year. Hold on. When did I post that? When I last filmed an entire physical TBR run through, it was January of this year. I had 127 on my physical TBR. So with the books that I've read and books that I have accumulated over that time, technically I've only crossed off 5 books. I really wish I didn't look that up. I'm going to give myself some grace because I kind of was in like a 6-month long book slump. So anywho, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.